France. The name evokes images of romantic cities, rolling vineyards, and a rich history spanning millennia. Few nations possess such a long and complex narrative, woven from threads of conquest, revolution, artistic brilliance, and global power. From its ancient roots as Gaul to its modern standing as a leading European nation, France's journey through time has been marked by both triumph and tragedy. This essay explores the epic story of France, highlighting key events and transformations that shaped this enduring nation. Our journey begins in ancient times with the land known as Gaul, inhabited by Celtic tribes. We will then witness the arrival of the Romans, their conquest of Gaul, and the indelible mark they left on the region's culture and identity. From there, we'll trace the rise of the Franks, a Germanic people who would ultimately give their name to France. In 58 BC, Gaius Julius Caesar, the ambitious Roman general, turned his gaze north towards Gaul. Inhabited by independent Celtic tribes, Gaul presented both a strategic prize and a potential threat to the expanding Roman Republic. Caesar's ensuing campaign, meticulously documented in his own account, the Gallic Wars, would last for nearly a decade. Through a combination of military prowess, cunning diplomacy, and brutal suppression, Caesar ultimately prevailed, bringing Gaul under Roman dominion. The Roman conquest of Gaul was a watershed moment, forever altering the course of French history. Latin, the language of the Roman Empire, took root, laying the foundation for the French language. Roman law, administration, and culture were introduced, transforming Gaul into a prosperous province of the Roman Empire. Cities flourished, roads were built, and trade networks expanded, connecting Gaul to the wider Roman world. The Roman legacy in France is profound, evident in its language, law, architecture, and even its name. France itself derives from the Latin Francia, the land of the Franks. As the Roman Empire waned in the 5th century AD, Germanic tribes, including the Franks, migrated into Gaul. Among them, Clovis, a warrior king of the Merovingian dynasty, emerged as a dominant figure. Clovis's conversion to Christianity in 496 AD was a pivotal event, aligning the Franks with the powerful Catholic Church and paving the way for their dominance in Gaul. The Merovingian dynasty, named for Clovis's grandfather Merovech, ruled for over 2 centuries. However, the Merovingians gradually declined in power, giving way to a new dynasty, the Carolingians. Named for Charles Martel, known for his victory at the Battle of Tours in 732 AD, the Carolingians would usher in an era of renewed power and expansion. Martel's grandson Charlemagne proved to be an even more formidable ruler. Crowned Emperor of the Romans by Pope Leo III on Christmas Day, 800 AD, Charlemagne's reign marked the high point of the Carolingian Empire. Charlemagne's vast empire, encompassing much of Western Europe, was a beacon of unity and cultural revival. He fostered education, standardized weights and measures, and promoted a revival of Roman law and literature. However, the unity Charlemagne forged proved short-lived. Following his death in 814 AD, the Carolingian Empire was divided among his heirs, leading to internal conflict and fragmentation. This period of instability and decentralization saw the rise of feudalism, a social and political system based on personal loyalty and landholding. Under feudalism, powerful lords granted land, known as fiefs, to vassals in exchange for military service and loyalty. This decentralized system, while providing a degree of order in a chaotic time, also weakened central authority and led to a complex web of allegiances and rivalries that would shape medieval France. From the chaos of the 9th and 10th centuries, a new dynasty arose to claim the French throne, the Capetians. In 987 AD, Hugh Capet, Duke of the Franks, was elected king, establishing a dynasty that would rule France for over 3 centuries. The early Capetian kings controlled a relatively small area around Paris, but through strategic marriages, alliances, and shrewd diplomacy, they gradually expanded their domain and consolidated their power. The Capetians faced numerous challenges, including powerful vassals, conflicts with England, culminating in the 100 Years' War, and religious strife. However, they laid the foundation for a unified French kingdom. They established Paris as the capital, expanded royal authority, and fostered a sense of French identity. The Capetian period also witnessed significant cultural and intellectual developments, including the rise of Gothic architecture and the founding of the University of Paris. The late 15th and 16th centuries witnessed a period of profound intellectual and cultural transformation known as the Renaissance. Originating in Italy, the Renaissance spread northward, reaching France in the late 15th century. French artists, writers and thinkers embraced the Renaissance spirit of humanism, rediscovering classical learning and emphasizing individual potential. The Renaissance in France was marked by the patronage of powerful rulers like Francis I, who invited Leonardo da Vinci to his court. The French Renaissance produced such luminaries as François Rabelais, Michel de Montaigne, and Michel de Nostradamus. However, this era of artistic flourishing coincided with religious turmoil. The Protestant Reformation, initiated by Martin Luther in Germany, divided Europe. France, with its strong Catholic tradition, was caught in the crossfire. The 18th century in France was marked by the Enlightenment, an intellectual and philosophical movement that emphasized reason, individual liberty, and the separation of powers. French Enlightenment thinkers, known as philosophes, challenged traditional authority, questioned religious dogma, and advocated for social and political reforms. Voltaire, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Montesquieu were among the leading figures of the French Enlightenment. Their ideas, disseminated through salons, pamphlets, and encyclopedias, had a profound impact on French society. The Enlightenment planted the seeds of revolution, inspiring calls for greater freedom, equality, and popular sovereignty. The French monarchy, increasingly out of touch with the aspirations of its people, proved unable to stem the tide of change. The French Revolution, a period of radical social and political upheaval, erupted in 1789. Fueled by economic crisis, social inequality, and the ideas of the Enlightenment, the revolution swept away the absolute monarchy, the feudal system, and the privileges of the aristocracy and clergy. On July 14, 1789, the storming of the Bastille prison in Paris, a symbol of royal authority, marked the beginning of the revolution. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, adopted by the National Assembly in August 1789, proclaimed the fundamental rights of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The French Revolution was a tumultuous period, marked by violence, terror, and war. Yet it also ushered in an era of unprecedented social and political change, leaving an indelible mark on France and the world. From the ashes of the French Revolution emerged Napoleon Bonaparte, a brilliant military strategist and ambitious leader. Rising through the ranks of the French army during the Revolutionary Wars, Napoleon seized power in a coup in 1799, establishing himself as first consul of France. Napoleon's reign marked a period of French military glory and expansion. He led France to victory in a series of wars, conquering much of Europe and establishing the French Empire. Napoleon's legal reforms, known as the Napoleonic Code, had a lasting impact, spreading throughout Europe and beyond. However, Napoleon's ambition ultimately proved his downfall. His invasion of Russia in 1812 ended in disaster, leading to his defeat and exile. The 19th and 20th centuries were a period of significant change and upheaval for France. The country experienced a series of revolutions, regime changes, and wars, including the Franco-Prussian War, World War I, and World War II. The devastation of World War II, including the occupation of France by Nazi Germany and the establishment of the collaborationist Vichy regime, left deep scars on the nation's psyche. However, France emerged from the war determined to rebuild and reassert its position on the world stage. The post-war era witnessed the establishment of the Fourth Republic and, later, the Fifth Republic under the leadership of Charles de Gaulle. France played a key role in the formation of the European coal and steel community, the precursor to the European Union, and has remained a leading advocate for European integration. Today, France stands as a modern democratic nation, a major economic power, and a cultural centre with a global reach. Its journey through time, marked by both turbulence and triumph, serves as a testament to the resilience, creativity, and enduring spirit of the French people.